What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Black Beyond Borders. If you've been following me for a while, you already know I live in China. I've been living here for almost 7 years now, and I have a pretty good life for the most part. Although I'm 8,000 miles away from home, there are still some things I deal with back home on a consistent basis. And I'm pretty sure this applies to a lot of expats that live overseas. So today I'm going to share with you some of the things that I have to deal with back home. One is people asking me, when are you coming back home? Or even worse, when are you moving back home? I don't know how many times I have to say this. I am not moving back home. I'm not doing it. It's absolutely not happening. I've already explained why in a previous video. Y'all go check it out. But I'm not moving back home. I don't want to go back home. And as far as when am I coming to visit, this is a common thing that happens to a lot of expats. People say, hey, come home. When are you coming home? Come visit, come visit, come visit. Then you take that trip and you visit back home. You see your friends and your family. Hey, everything's good, blah, blah, blah. Then within a week, everybody ditches you for the most part. Everybody has their own life. You know, your friends, they got their jobs or their spouses or kids, whatever. Family is busy with everything. Everybody is busy and you're just stuck at the house all alone. So that's a common thing. So, the last few times I've been home, it's the same thing. Everyone is excited for me to come back. I get back, and then after a week, everyone just forgets about me. It's like, why did you guys pressure me to come home so bad? And something that people back home don't comprehend is that us that live overseas, we have our own lives. It's not simple to just, hey, let's just pack up and just go anywhere. People back home, they don't have the capability to just leave whenever they want and go travel wherever. So it's the same that applies for us. And I do kind of find it disrespectful when people expect me to drop everything I have going on in China. And not to mention, they want me to pay for my own transportation or whatever, pay everything, stop what I'm doing, drop my entire life to just come back. And it's like, it's not that simple. You couldn't do it to come to me. It's the same thing. I have other things going on as well. I'm not on some extended vacation. I don't have a trust fund. I live and work in China. I got things going on, just like people got things going on. So it's just some of the things we deal with, people pressuring us to come back home. And if you're an expat overseas, people just don't comprehend that. Next, I want to say the time zone. People will text or call. Well, not really. I don't be answering my phone. If you're calling me, I ain't answering it. But people don't know my time zone. So they'll message me or whatever, expecting an immediate response as if I'm up. If it's 3 p.m. your time, it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. my time. What am I doing? I'm sleeping. So people don't really understand that you're in a different time zone. When they say tomorrow, they don't understand that tomorrow is today for us. So that's some of the things people may not understand. You may get things complicated when it comes to communication because you're in a different time zone. And it can be a struggle. Like I'm doing a podcast with my friend, and we have to synchronize our time zones because I'm 13 hours ahead of him. So that could be kind of a hassle. If I want to talk to my mom or my dad, I have to hit them up either in the morning or at night, because morning for me, night for them. But usually my parents are kind of sleep around that time, so I got to hit them up at night, which is morning for them when they're usually up. And also another thing is I have to correct some people on things. For example, I live in China, right? There are people that actually think I live in Korea. I'm serious. Now, I did live in Korea at one point, but that was August 2019, and that was for 1 month before I moved back to China. And I have a video on that. Y'all go check it out. But I go to Korea a lot. I went last year, but I don't live in Korea. When I post on my social media, I clearly post that I'm in China. The location says China. When I'm posting those stories, it says China. Why do y'all think I live in Korea? Like, I don't understand Or some people think Japan or something, but most of the time I get Korea. It's like I don't understand. Why do you think that if you follow me, it clearly says I'm in China. China and South Korea are not the same thing. They're very different. But people back home don't understand that. Another thing, people back home don't understand that not everything in China is Chinese. If I mention, hey, I went to this Mexican restaurant, or yeah, one of my friends from Europe or something, people they lose their minds. Like, wait, y'all have that? Da, da, da. And I'm like, you see, I post that I'm at this Mexican restaurant, or you see that the people I'm with are not Chinese. So I have to explain that, hey, there's other nationalities around. It's not just Chinese. Yes, obviously China, most likely is Chinese, but I have to explain to these people that, hey, it's other cultures and nationalities everywhere, not just Chinese. It's just, when you're an expat in China, you are exposed to a lot of other cultures and nationalities. I've met so many different people around the world just because I live in China. I would have never met these people if I stayed in the US. So China, it brings a lot of people from different cultures, nationalities around the world together. And one of the biggest things that bugs me is people asking me for help. Now, look, there was a time when I was struggling, and I'm very open about that. And there have been people who have helped me, and I appreciate it. And because of those people that have helped me, I've done my due diligence by helping other people in need without hesitation. But it's gotten to the point where people back home who never like anything I post, never show any type of support or anything, people that I weren't really that close with back home, all of a sudden reach out to me asking me to help them for things, needing assistance for this, help for this. And it blows my mind because you're in the US, I'm in China. Why do you reach out to a guy 8,000 miles away? You don't have any other resources where you're at. And the thing is, people don't know what I'm dealing with in China. Okay, yeah, I make China look cool, what you see on social media, but look, I got my problems here, man. I got my problems here. I've dealt with some stuff here. I'm human. I deal with things, but you guys just come out to reach out to me. That puts more stress on my end on the things I'm already dealing with. And I just don't understand why me. I'm in China. I'm in China. I'm 8,000 miles away. What do you expect me to do 8,000 miles away? The banking systems don't work the same way they work in the US. We don't have Cash App or what is it called? Zelda or Xena, whatever it is. I don't even know what this stuff's called, man. So that just shows you we don't have that, but people don't comprehend that. And I just don't understand why me? Why me? I'm in China. Now friends, close friends back home and family, of course. That's not even a question, man. But people that I was kind of just cool with in passing, why me? I don't get it. And I talked to other expats in China, and they've said the same thing, that they've had these people back home, ask them for things, and it's just like, why do you guys pick the people who live abroad to help? Like, that's more complicated. You don't have any type of safety net in the US or the UK or wherever the hell you're from, but you go out to people in other countries. I don't get it. So yeah, maybe this is more of a rant video. I don't know, but yeah, that's just some of the things that I deal with being here, meaning dealing with from back home. And I'm sure other expats probably have some very similar stories. But anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions about China, leave them in the comment section. I like to answer them for you. Now, I'm not going to do my plugins like the last video because that's going to take another 10 minutes. So look, my other podcast, my book, my music, my OnlyFans account, I'm just kidding, all in the links in the description. Check it out. All right, peace.